Positive Belle, Dee Dee. I hope you're having a great day today, ladies and gentlemen, actually, because my site is for the two. But today I want to talk about something that disturbs me a bit, ladies, and I'm mainly talking to black women. What I'm noticing and what my thoughts on this right now is I feel that black women are in a bind and are in bondage at the moment because they're not thinking. They're in autopilot for some reason. They're not really thinking clearly what they're doing to their hair. First of all, I've got to say this. I am not here. Positive Belle isn't a site that is all about natural hair and we're on a natural hair gang. I'm not in a natural hair gang. It's not all about natural hair. Natural hair is a small part of Positive Belle. It's Positive Belle is about reflecting the true you, your authentic self. That's what it's about. And at the moment, I don't feel us as black women at this present time, we are reflecting our true positive self. And the reason being is the amount of weaves and pieces and wigs I'm seeing on the streets. I can count maybe on one hand how many women I see walking with their true beauty of their own hair on the streets. It's very disturbing that you can count. You go on a bus and you might count one black woman that is her authentic self. The rest of them, be it teenagers, young girls, be it the older generation, be it college fund, the young girls, the amount of them I see out there that have the extensions and the weave and the flicking and the European hair. And at the end of the day, they're not feeling good. They're not feeling good. It's a momentary thing for a moment that they might be feeling good when they see it all hanging down or whatever. But when it has to be changed, and you've got to find the mums, you've got to find that extra money to give them, when that extra money could go towards your mortgage, that extra money could go to us as the older women. What we're saying to our daughters, and when our daughters have issues, and what can we say to them? Because at the end of the day, if they've seen you that you put a weave on and you put a weave on and you put another weave on and then you put hairpiece extension on and then you put whatever. What are you've scored them that my authentic self isn't good enough. I need to put these European pieces on my head in order to make me feel good. So now they've got the same issue going on, right? Instead of us saying to them, you know what? It's all right for a temporary fix. It's all right for a week, a 2 week, but no longer. We must stay true to ourselves. Look in the mirror. Love what we see. The finance that you are spending on these weaves and wigs and things could go towards buying you a new house, could go to the dental care, could go to the new outfit, could go to and your savings fund. These things we have to, ladies, we have to start looking what we're doing to ourselves. What are we doing to ourselves? What are we saying? That man had said, there was a professor some months back saying that the black women are the worst looking in the world. And you know what? Sometimes I actually agree with him, because I see some breeder woman come onto the bus or walk in the streets that they have no business leaving their house, right? It was the only way you have business leaving your house looking like that is a pure mistake, because one, you're not conscious, 2, you lost your glasses. And 3, you've got no friends at all, right? Because I've sat in front of women that because they think if they don't top of their head, nobody else is going to see the top of their head. And they're sitting in front of me, and the way how they plonked on, or the person that's done the weave have plonked it on and then just meshed it all together and sewn it and said, yeah, that look well nice. Boy, I me do a good job there. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. It doesn't look good. What are you thinking? It doesn't look good. Ladies, let's get real with ourselves. Let's take off those shackles. You have shackles on. And you know where the shackles is linked to? The Indian man's shop, where you are making him richer than ever. They are very focused people. Why can't we be focused? Why can't we be happy with what we were born with and work with it? If it's even bad, coily, poily, bad head, even bad head can become good head if you change your mindset and say, this is me, let me work around it. Let me work around it. Let me work around with my accessory. Let me work around my beauty, because I am beautiful. And the poor child that is walking with the twists in their head, what's the name? Extension twists in their head, right? Some of them, their hair they've got so much hair on their head they can't even walk. The ones that are in the pram. Come on. Come on. Let's stop this. Let's stop this. Let us oil our hair. Let us oil our hair. Let us love ourselves. Let us find a way. I'm not even agreeing with the relaxers. At the end of the day, the relaxers have never done nothing for you. Right, you're just making the relaxing companies that are producing these things rich, because it's never done anything for you. Why would you keep going on something that's never done you no favours? It actually is just eating out your head, broke your hair. Come on, ladies. Sometimes I want to slap you. I want to slap this thing here and say, wake up. I understand there is a place for weeds. I'm not saying there's no place for it. But it's called a temporary place. It's called a temporary place, right? It's called, let me buy a wig just for today and wear it for the week, and then give me time to sort out my hair. It's not, let me buy a weave to put on because this is my new hair, and then I'm going to put on this, and then when that grow out in 6 weeks' time, I'm going to find the money and put on another lot again. And when that runs out, another lot again. And then what? And what? And what? And what is it doing for you? What is it doing for your hair underneath? And when we think about why our black men don't know us, they really don't know us because they've never met us. Because when they met us, we had this European hair, and we're black nigger Jamaicans, or we're black Africans, or we're whatever. Stop living in the fake street. Start coming out into the authentic self avenue, right? And being you and being proud. And when your daughters see you walk proud and you not even cream your hair as such, cream it with oils and things like that. I'm not talking with relaxers. When you start creaming it with the oils and look after it and start massaging your hair and loving yourself, you know what? Both your life and their lives will get a lot better because you like yourself. Because at the moment, I don't think a lot of black women like themselves, because they would not be putting on them things all the time. Remember, I'm not saying there's not a place for it. I'm talking about the amount of time, the amount that they're putting on their heads. There's no breather. There's no breather in between for a year or for 6 months. It's one off, the next one on. That cannot be good for your hair. That cannot be good for your hair. And when you are doing the braids are so tight. Lady, please, I'm asking you, please sort out yourselves. Get off the bind the bondage that you're in. You're in a bondage. You're totally wrapped up in this thing. Come on. Start looking after your hair. Start loving yourself, who you were born with, your authentic self. And then you can move forward to the next stage. When you've matured enough to love what you see, then you can move on. Please, I'm asking you, please, sort out yourselves. Get off the bind, the bondage that you're in. You're in a bondage. You're totally wrapped up in this thing. Come on. Start looking after your hair. Start loving yourself, who you were born with, your authentic self. And then you can move forward to the next stage. When you've matured enough to love what you see, then you can move on to the next stage of your life. As long as you can't even like what you see in the mirror, right? You probably can't even recognize yourself, right? How then do you move on to the next stage of your life? And remember, ladies, I am not in a gang about natural hair. This ain't about natural hair. This is about authentic self. Authentic self. Loving yourself. That's what I'm about loving yourself. And I hope you will take this in the positive nature that I'm putting it out in, and you will take a time to just think about what I'm saying and go do something about it. So today I'm going to love you and leave you, and hope to see you again in my next video, and you have a blessed day. This is Dee Dee from Positive Belle, new guru in town. Still love ya. Bye bye.